Right, how y'all doing? Wow, they look way dirtier than they are. Oh, is a day really considered a blowout when one of the most exciting things to happen is that you got a new carpet cleaner? Because that's the groove, man. That big old purple come through the door. The wife picked it up. Our old Hoover went pop. Repairing it was not fun. She then got to push along. And then she got that thing to basically, so we don't have to keep on renting like rug doctors and stuff. Like, you know, big old carpet shampoo dealios. It's the highlight of my day. Because we've been waiting in all day for a workman and they haven't turned up. So I've been loafing around watching Initial D. Initial D did anime from like the 90s, I think, like late 90s. I just had like games, there's a manga and anime games and all that kind of stuff. And I remember flicking through the manga like what, 2 decades ago. Maybe not that long ago. Oh god, no, maybe I am that old. Oh, it's probably actually still at my mum's house. But yeah, just sitting down watching that. It's about a kid who basically he knows really nothing about cars, but he's a really good driver because he runs deliveries for his dad's tofu shop, and he rocks around in an old Toyota Corolla. Like, the car's nothing special, but it's because like he's got fantastic technique and just, yeah, it's neat. Actually, it makes me think of an old webcomic I used to read years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago called Misfile. And that is about I've mentioned it many a time over the years, but Misfile is about an angel who misfiles something. He's kind of left in charge of some really important fluff. He loses track, puts the wrong file in the wrong place, and all of a sudden this young lad becomes a young girl, and this young girl is also a top street racer, and the angel gets given the boot and sent down to Earth to try and fix the problem. Or is it, I can't remember if he's either he's got booted and sent down to Earth to try and fix the problem, or if he's come down to Earth to try and fix the problem without people catching him. And then his brother comes down as well. You know, you got one of them is a bit of a bad boy, and the other brother is a goody two shoes. The one who commits the misfile is the bad boy. Is the kind of the no hoper angel. But yeah, he goes down to try and solve the misfile, and it's just basically about this lad who has, what was it, he got misfiled and became a girl, and this other girl was misfiled and became younger. I think that was it. And because they were both misfiled, they become friends, and the dude gets the lassie who got made younger into street racing. They just basically just have these adventures going. It's a neat webcomic. I haven't just done that justice, but I thought it was really fun. I hope it's still going, because I used to read it along with like Mac Hall and Apple Geeks and PvP and 3-Panel Soul and Uber Clocked and Mega Tokyo and stuff. It was a pretty solid one. Well, I thought it was a pretty solid one. Hello, Jay Spaniel. You got visitors, mate. Oi, what are you leaving me for? Oi! You can't come out here and say hi and then go away. Oh, damn it. Doggo came out to tell me there was Chinese. That's what he wanted. That's all he wanted. It's not really my friend. Food was fantastic. Initial D, also fantastic. And the workmen will be here tomorrow. You're waiting all day, but they'll be here tomorrow. Fine, that just means that tomorrow will be incredibly uneventful. At least probably for me. The wife and the boys have had somewhat eventful days, because the wife and me mum took me eldest swimming, bowling, probably something else with ing, eating, mealing, whatever, and the youngest had a big old drive back from York to here. He got back about 9:30. Bless them, they both seem to have had good the days. I'm glad. And bless my mum, actually, because she went out with Big Man. She'd come back from work, she'd worked a night shift, went out with Big Man and my wife, and then, well, she's only now gone to bed whilst I was sat here twiddling my thumbs, waiting for Workman, the superhero that doesn't turn up. That's fine. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. So I'm now about, possibly, I'm going to jump into Monster Hunter with the wife and Divine. Although Divine might not get in for another little bit, because he's a bit busy. And then we'll probably play until, I don't know, whenever. I've finished the main Monster Hunter story now. HR 50 did, is it Nawa and Ibushi? The two giant serpents, the lightning one and the wind one, that are supposed to be mating, that are causing the calamity and all that kind of stuff. So I've done that now. We're still sub 10 cuts, I think. Not that that really matters. It's a metric that isn't important to anyone other than me. Dark Rider is still completely storming it with 1 cut. But, you know, and the only reason I bring that up is because it was made clear to me today that someone has been making the game not fun for themselves to compare themselves to me. They wanted to show that they didn't need to be carried by me, or that they wanted to be somewhat decent at the game, and so they were forcing themselves to go through the game in a manner that I wasn't. Like there's a competition going on that I didn't realise I was a part of, and it was 3D, bless him, trying to prove a point, he's just kind of made the game a miserable experience for himself. I said, mate, you didn't have to do that, because I didn't even do that. I mean, I've gone back and done it. I was like, well, you did it, so I'm going to do it. It's like, and he rage quit because, you know, he didn't do it. And then I went in and I was like, well, I didn't even do it. So the game has an option to let you play solo or multiplayer in Gathering Hub, so you've got your Village Quest, which is single player, exclusively single player, then Gathering Hub. So that's single player. You can do them single player or multiplayer. And one of the fights he was doing was the old Thunder Snake, the Thunder Goddess or Lightning Goddess or whatever. It's one of the 2 snakes that you have to fight. So you have the Wind one, then the Lightning one, and then at 150 you have to do both of them. And he was then doing the HR7 fight that basically runs the credits for beta, that kind of thing. And he was trying to do it, just him and his cat and his dog, single player. And I was like, dude, I didn't even do that. Like, I just went straight into the online hub, and I would say, do the multiplayer mode, and then if people want to join, they'd join. So I'd have to fight whatever by myself with my dog, and then if other players want to join, they could. Because I've played Monster Hunter single player, Monster Hunter 1, Monster Hunter 2, like Portable? No, Freedom Unite, Portable 3rd, Generations Ultimates. I played a bucket of them single player, but World and Rise give you the option to, like, it's so easy to do multiplayer in that game, so you might as well, because the whole Monster Hunter is kind of really supposed to be a multiplayer game, but I don't know. So yeah, I went in and I did the snake after he raged not being able to do it, and I did it in 20 minutes. He timed out twice at 40. And I know exactly what he was doing wrong, but he's not got the damage, or he has, but he has to literally fringe it to 40 minutes. He needs to get in rather than running away all the time. He runs away whenever it does a low attack, instead of wire bugging over it and getting in close and continuing to do damage. He's running, which is taking away time. But, you know, he'll learn if he decides to come back. But, you know, we could have helped him. But he's like, no, I don't want help. I don't want better players coming and carrying me. It's like, no one's carrying you. We're just playing the game as a team. We all got the game to play in multiplayer. Why aren't we playing it in multiplayer? But, you know, when you got something to prove, you got something to prove. So I'll let him do that. But bless him. I'm gonna head off, get ready to play with the wife and Divine. Hopefully we can get up to the same fight tonight. Maybe that might be a bit of a push, but we'll see. And I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one. Monster Hunter is fun single player, but it's much more fun with friends. You know, like I said, I played all them games solo, and whilst they were fun, it's a lot more fun when Divine came in and Zobo came in back in the Monster Hunter Try days, which was the first Monster Hunter I probably played online. Oh, so much more fun. All right.